Tape www.écoles au Sénégal, d'accord. À Écoles au Sénégal, c'est facile, tu n'as qu'à te connecter. Tape Écoles au Sénégal, les leçons sont beaucoup plus détaillées.
But I do not get challenged anymore. What does it mean? It means that Abdul has been working in that company for some years and now he wants to change. I need an opportunity to show my potential. I need an opportunity to show my potential. So we can say that Abdul is ambitious. He wants to change. He wants something new. And what he adds is that, and one more thing, their bonus system is not good enough, even though it was generally a well-paid job. So let's read again the sentence. Abdul's answer. It's a nice place, but I do not get challenged anymore. I need an opportunity to show my potential. One more thing, their bonus system was not well enough, even though it was a well-paid job. So, what does it mean? Abdul is changing. He wants a new job because he wants to get more money. So this is the end of the exercises on the text. Now we are going to move to our grammar box. Okay, now let's go to our grammar box. The first point is in our grammar box is adjective and adverb plus enough. I'm going to give you some examples. For example here. If you look at these two sentences, you will not be prepared well enough. He is not rich enough to buy this house. If you look at this word, well, what is it? It's an adverb. If you look at the word here, rich, what is it? It's an adjective. So, if you look at these two sentences, we can say that enough is used after the adverb or the adjective. The place of enough is after the adverb or the adjective. Our next point, should, ought to, had better. What do they express? These words express a notion of advice. I told you that in our last lesson, we dealt with notions of permission, notions of obligation, notions of prohibition, and notions of no obligation. Today we are going to see how to express a notion of advice. So we are going to see some examples. For example, first sentence, you should work hard if you want to succeed in your exam. Number 2, I've got some problems. Should I call my father? It's very cold. You ought to wear a pullover. 4, you had better drive slowly. Here we have put it in red. You had better. Or you'd better. You had better, you'd better drive slowly, otherwise policemen will arrest you. We are going to have another example. Now let's look at our sentences on the blackboard. The first one, you should work hard if you want to succeed in your exam. I'm talking with my friend, I'm giving him an advice. I have got some problems. Should I call my father? Asking for advice to someone else. I've got some problems. Should I call my father? Here it's the interrogative form. Here we have the affirmative form. It's very cold. You ought to wear a pullover. Ought to, the same thing as should. But one remark, ought to is not usually used in the negative or interrogative form. You'll find it on the PowerPoint presentation. Usually we don't use ought to in the negative or interrogative form. So I'm going to put ought to, not usually used in the negative or interrogative form. Next sentence, you had better drive slowly, otherwise policemen will arrest you. This is an advice I'm giving to someone. So, had better, you have the contraction, you had better. Now, had better, if you want to put it in the negative form, you had not. For example, let's give here another example with had better not. You. This is a negative form. You had better not come late. If you don't want to be punished. This is a negative form of had better not. You had better not come late if you don't want to be punished. It's an advice I'm giving to someone. Here you have should with WH questions. WH questions are where, what, when. If you use a WH question, you put the WH question after you put should. And So here we have the negative form. We should also, we can put it in the negative form. Should, the negative form is shouldn't. Let's give another example. We shouldn't. You shouldn't drive too fast. You shouldn't drive too fast. We have the negative form of should. So here we have the two grammar points related to our today's lesson. The use of enough with adverbs and adjective, and the notion of advice, we should, ought to, had better. So we are at the end of our lesson. On the PowerPoint presentation, you'll find an exercise for practice. You can do it in order to practice the grammar points, and afterwards you'll find the correction at the end. So thank you and see you next time.
Tape www.Écoles au Sénégal.com